Hi and welcome back to the second episode of
Inconsistent Podcast.
I'm Kylie.
And I'm Ira.
Welcome back to the second episode.
Bro, second episode. I mean, we filmed our first episode, we did post it, and we got some feedback from you guys. And it's been positive so far, and we wanted to thank you guys for actually tuning in and acting interested. Didn't think we'd actually get any viewers, but we did.
Oh, we did. We're so sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
The audio was so bad, but we just want to apologize for the audio.
We want to apologize for the audio and also the first video as well. We just had so many malfunctions with the camera, okay? Forgive us. We just wanted to get the first episode out, okay? We are doing better now. We have this under wraps, so bear with us. Also, you can go.
I just want to say, there is a little noise in the background. It's just a fan because it's like 30 degrees today, and
Yeah, we needed to survive today. So,
alright.
yeah, the place we're filming, it will get hotter in here as we continue sitting in this room. But just forgive us. It shouldn't be that loud anyway, so you should be okay. If it hurts your ears, let us know. We're sorry, okay? Sorry about it. We want to live.
we want to live.
We want to live. So we're going to melt.
First topic of today's episode.
So we did ask last week some people our audience on what they wanted to hear from us, and we got some people saying they want to hear life after school, some of the effects that COVID had on our first year of uni, or just after school in general.
We graduated end of 2019. October
of 2019, yeah.
We sat our HSC, and then did we graduate after HSC finished or
before we graduated in September. I think it was the 26th of December. I think so.
September, not December.
I said September. Did I say December?
You said December.
I thought I said September. We're gonna watch it back. If I'm right, you're gonna slap in the face. If you're right,
not the face. That hurts. Okay, fine.
Fine, I'll slap you.
No, we'll do this thing.
What's that? What punishment is that?
No, that hurt. It is. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Okay. Anyway, if I'm right, I could slap you. If you're right, you can slap me.
Well, you slapping
You
me.
said September and then December.
Pretty sure I said September and then September, and continue to say September.
You said December.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting off traffic.
We'll let you know
topic.
who's right. When we post it in the description, we'll tell you who was right.
It's me. I know it. I'm gonna look like a fool if I'm wrong. Anyways, life after school. It was okay at the start because obviously there wasn't any COVID, and both of us got straight into uni as well. We actually go to the same university. We did mention that in the first episode.
Yeah.
If you weren't watching that, we go to the same uni. But
yeah.
I don't know. I think with COVID, it was a little bit hard because
for me, when I did uni, I only went to like 2 classes in uni, and then 2 days worth of uni, and then COVID hit, so we went online for uni, and all my classes were online then.
We were only in uni for like a good 4 weeks.
I only went 2 days worth of uni.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'm pretty sure I was only in uni for around 4 weeks or less, and then all of a sudden we got the announcement that everything is shifted onto online and Zoom, and you have to take your classes online and do everything at home. And it just, for me personally, that really affected my uni life, because I felt the need to not go to class because I was already at home. I don't know.
Yeah, my motivation kind of just depleted.
Yeah.
I was just like, do I want to get out of bed and go to class, or can I just stay in bed and sleep? And my classes attendance wasn't compulsory, so I didn't have to attend classes.
Yeah, that was the same as me. Yeah. It's more.
So I didn't attend all my classes because I didn't have to.
It's just if you get homework or assignments, as long as you hand them in, you're fine, which is what we could both relate to. And obviously that created a lot of laziness and not wanting to go to uni. I mean, why would you want to in the first place?
Yeah. I think just the hardest thing was motivation. 100% motivation.
100%, yeah. But I mean, if we're not talking about uni itself and we're just talking about life after high school,
yeah. boring.
It's boring, man. Like,
I don't know if it's just us that's boring because we don't do as much as other people.
Yeah, we don't get around that
or
much.
it's just boring in general.
Mm.
I mean, you can have fun some days.
Well, I mean, the thing is, right, when you're in high school, you have a routine. You go 5 days a week. You do the same thing 5 days a week. You're seeing your friends, you're seeing your teachers. You've got basically your second life at high school.
Yeah.
And I think having to get out of that habit straight away is such a big change. And you're going to feel a little bit out of place and a little bit like, what do I do? A bit lost.
Nervous is such a big thing.
Oh, 100%.
First day of uni, I was so anxious and nervous. It was terrible.
Not even the first day of uni. Having to go to orientation day was so scary for me. I didn't know anyone.
I didn't.
I know. She was meant to go there because she was the only person who I knew was going to the same uni as me. But thank God
I didn't go to my orientation day.
I know you didn't. Thank God I actually ended up seeing 2 other people who I happened to know beforehand. They spotted me in line and I was like, oh my God, you're here. Like, thank you. Well, not close with them, but I'm grateful that they are there. But
listen, I was just anxious and I didn't want to go, so I decided not to go.
Stuff you for not going. Oh my God. I was there. You didn't have to feel anxious. I was there. I was going to be there.
No, because my orientation day was an hour before yours.
Was it? That was the same time.
No, we had different times. Yours was in the afternoon. Or was mine in the afternoon?
Yours was in the afternoon. Mine was in the morning.
Yeah. So we wouldn't have had the same orientation day.
Well, God dang nabbit.
See?
Slap it on my knee.
But one thing that changes a lot after school is friendships.
Ooh, friendships will change after school. 100%.
When I was in my final year of high school, I got the advice that, you know, once you finish school, you're not going to stay friends with all the people you're friends with in high school. Which I certainly did not, but you mostly just don't stay in touch with. If you're not really close to them, then you're not really going to stay in touch with them at all.
Yeah.
And for a period of time, that happened with all my friends, including Ira, where we just didn't.
We kind of drifted a bit.
Yeah, we didn't talk. We didn't hang out. We barely talked, maybe like once a month.
Yeah, I know.
It was
actually pretty bad.
It was a challenging time.
It honestly was. We're acting as if it was so life changing, like it was so bad. But I mean, like at the same time, I think it's pretty normal that you have friends come and go here and there. But
Yeah.
I think because we were so close, it was kind of like, oh wow, like I'm no longer talking to my best friend.
Yeah.
Like I should probably do something about it.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was. But alas, we are here today. So
Here today to join hands of this marriage of Ira and Kylie.
aside from us being married, not married.
For getting engaged. Are we married
I
now?
didn't tell everyone about the marriage.
Is that why there's a ring?
Oh my God.
Swap hands. Put on your left hand.
Oh my God.
Are we married? Do we just get married?
Do we just announce our marriage to the
Oh.
entire world?
No.
Okay.
But with friendships, whatever friendships last through just like ending school, the first couple of months of finishing school, if your friendships last after that, then like it's like good. Not just like you talk here and there, like you talk like good, solid, like nearly every day. Then like you're good. You guys gonna stick as friends.
Yeah.
I hope. Don't like take, like if that doesn't happen, don't like come after me. But I'm just
So
saying.
like, Kylie, it didn't work. It didn't happen. Your advice was so bad. Like,
I'm just saying. Just suggesting.
yeah.
I was like.
Well, I mean, I think our circumstance is kind of different because we had a little bit of hypocrisy in our group. Are we allowed to talk about this? Are we gonna get in trouble?
Yeah, maybe just don't say names, but we can definitely talk about it if you want to talk about it.
So sometimes in high school, I mean, I've seen this happen. Some people will be like, oh my God, I want to stay friends. Not even in high school, but in primary as well. They'll want to stay as friends, but then after that, it just everyone kind of disperses. A little bit of a hypocrisy between some of the people that are saying that. And, it's kind of sad because they want to stick together, but they just kind of...
No, I think it's just
Piss
they
off
want
later
to
on.
they want to stick together, but don't want to put in the effort to So either like, oh, let's stay as friends, like we'll be so close, we'll still be besties, but yet again, when you like, they won't make an effort, they just say it. Like to say something and then do something is two different things.
Oh,
it's
100%.
so easy to be like, oh, let's stay as best friends, but to then put in effort, that takes time.
That takes-
and planning.
yeah, it
if you want
does.
to plan days to go out or anything like that.
It's that saying, right? It's actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
And that completely applies to what we are talking about right now.
Exactly. Actions do speak louder than words. But in saying that, you see each other when you're at school 5 days a week.
Yeah.
For what, like 6 hours? So you're basically like kind of forced to see each other every day and make friends. You know what I mean? Whereas when you're outside of
Yeah.
school, you have to go then put the effort in to see each other.
That's if you want to, though.
Yeah, if you're not willing to put in effort, then your friendship's not going to work.
No, it's not.
At the end of the day, it's just like plain and simple. If you're not going to put in effort, don't expect something to work. You know?
That's on period.
And don't sit there if you're not saying like, oh, let's hang out these days. If you're not saying it as well, like if they're putting in 50%, you should put in 50% too. Don't let one person do all the work.
Yeah, that's what we said last episode. Don't give what you're receiving. Wait.
Don't put in more than what you're receiving.
Yeah, that's it. My words, my brain's
Yeah.
trying to click in place today. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Life after school for us was different though, because of COVID.
Yeah, we had many circumstances that affected the way we could have, that we planned on having for after school. Like, we intended to have so many different opportunities and so many different things going on after school, but because of the whole pandemic, it made it difficult for those things to take place.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I don't know. Would
But
you
you're gonna-
say... Sorry.
No, you go.
Would you say that the pandemic affected friendships? I don't think so, right?
It probably helped in it, maybe.
Helped, what do you mean?
I don't know. I think it was just used as an excuse for a lot of things. Like, I can't go out. I'm not going to lie, I've used it before. Can't go out.
She did.
COVID. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you want to be safe.
Yeah, 100%. It's good to be
Like-
safe. I'm not saying that you should go out.
Especially
and
because when your
just
area becomes a
do
hot
whatever.
spot, you don't want to...
Yeah, you were living in a hotspot, so that does...
Like, you
that-
have
that does affect
grandparents,
it.
you have family at home, you don't want to risk catching anything and then
Spreading
bringing
it.
it home to your family. Like, how would you feel if you caught it and bring it home to your family?
Oh my god, I'd feel like complete... Are you kidding me?
I'd cry.
Yeah.
My mum disowned me. Get out of the house.
I'm
Sleep
sorry!
Sleep on the side of the road. Take your shit and go.
Oh my gosh.
No, she wouldn't kick me out. Would she?
Oh,
She's joking.
I ask your mom.
Ah.
I ring her up.
Would you
Miss.
kick her?
Oh my gosh.
Nah, she's amazing. But I don't know, because I think it's just if it's not going to work throughout COVID, it wasn't going to work at all. Because if
That
you
is true.
wanted to talk, there's FaceTime, there's Zoom calls.
We have technology now. You know what I mean?
There's no excuse of not
There is
messaging someone.
literally no excuse. You have a phone. You can just text someone. If you miss someone, text them. This is a sign. If you are missing someone or you're thinking about them or you want to do something that is COVID safe, do it. Okay? Because they're going to appreciate it at the end of the day. Just do it. Reach out to them.
Yeah.
They'll appreciate you.
You know what? Like, even if you haven't talked in months or anything, you still care about your friends or, someone you're talking to. Just hit them up. Check on your friends.
Check on your friends.
Because sometimes they won't say, like, they could be struggling and they won't say it. But they just need someone to reach out to them and ask how they're doing.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
very true.
sometimes, you might be going through stuff and you just want someone to reach out.
I think
Your friends.
at the same time, it's like, if you are going through something, it's more of like, well, I kind of wish someone would reach out. This is not like a self-centered thing, but it's like, I wish someone would reach out to me just to see if they'd actually talk and want to know, like, what's going on.
Oh, yeah,
Ask if I'm
how-
okay.
How when it's one of those instances where you feel like you're always making the effort, so you stop messaging them to see if they'll message you. Is it like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah.
And then you figure out they never message you and you're just like...
So you're like, okay, so I know where I stand.
So it was really just me making this work.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm getting
Has
at.
that happened to you?
Oh, yeah, it has. It has.
With me.
No.
It's happened to me before,
Really?
but nah. It's happened with a crush.
Should we talk about that?
We won't mention what
You won't
time period
mention.
or name because they don't deserve that.
Why don't we
But
talk about it? Why don't we talk about it? Do I know?
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you a little rundown. I had you have crushes. This was a while back.
Yeah.
I had a small little crush on a certain somebody, and I just felt we had a friendship before, and I had already expressed myself to them, like not telling I like them, but just express that, hey, like I feel like I'm putting in effort, like you're not putting in anything. They've expressed back to me like, oh, I wanna, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I want to work on our friendship, just make sure that it's there.
I understand who this is now.
Yeah,
Okay.
make sure our friendship is good. I don't want to lose this friendship. So I was like, okay. But after they said that to me, I pulled back a bit. Not like full pulled back. I just didn't.
Just to see if they do the same
Just to
thing.
see if they actually meant it. Because it's easy to be like, oh, I want to make this friendship work. And I
It's
keep
so-
messaging you.
It's
Messaging
so
you.
easy just to say something without doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, people can really think they can get away with just saying stuff and then not having to have any actions that reflect on what they talk about. Like, if you're going to say something, be a person of your word. It's not that hard.
Stick to it,
Stick to it. What are you? What are you? If you're out there and you're a just man up, bruh.
It's not that hard. It's 2021. Just man up. Come on.
2021 is not for if you're a get out.
The door's
Get out.
right there.
The door's right there.
2020 is waiting for you still. Okay. I won't message every day. I just wanted to see if they would reach out. They did for a little bit, actually.
Yeah. What was it? What happened? Like, what was the outcome?
Well, we're no longer friends.
God.
I got over the crush. Took me a bit because I liked the person.
You really like the person.
But I got
yeah.
over it. We are no longer friends. We no longer talk. And we're not friends on one of our socials. So I actually figured that out the other day, that they unfollowed me. And so I was like, okay, I can't be bothered to follow you. Yeah. But yeah, we're no longer friends. We no longer talk.
Yeah.
But if you're out there, still hope you're doing well.
If you're out there and you're watching this and you miss her,
No, don't message her.
don't message her. Don't message her.
No.
Don't
you
do it.
Gotta leave it in the past, it's meant for the past.
Past is past.
The past is the past. Sounds like parsley. Does it? Or am I just
Parsley, but like you're like
Pars-
indie.
I hate parsley.
I'm parsley.
Parsley.
What's Halsey's last name? Searching this up right now.
What is Halsey's last name?
parsley.
Does she have a last name?
Who doesn't have a last name?
Halsey. It's just Halsey. Oh, but her whole name
that her stage
is
name?
Ashley Nicolette Frangipane. Frangipane.
French Payne.
But her,
Stage name.
It's stage name. I was gonna say, what is it? Alias?
Her alias. Alias.
Sounds like us. Is Halsey.
Parsley. Parsley. Wait, what was the word we were talking about? Parsley.
Parsley.
Oh, it's in the pars.
Really? Okay, tell me about your experience.
Of what?
Did someone stop messaging your ass? Do I know about it? Probably not.
No, because you know what? I don't really like talking to people online. I mean, I think you'd realize that as well. Like, I'm not the type of person to always make the first move. Like, I'll make the first move sometimes, but it's not like all the time. I'm always
make
inflicting.
the first move.
No, with us.
Not with us. You make the first move with us.
Yeah, because
I won't.
you're 2020 is right there.
Wait, I'm improving.
Okay.
2021, I'm improving.
You are. She used to be so dry on text as well. Like
Okay, listen, I don't.
I measure a whole story. Like, I'm the type of person that not only double text but triple text and then just keeps going. Like, I don't care. And then I'll get a text back like saying okay. And then she gets mad at me if she's sending me a message or something like a short message and I send a thumbs up. She gets so
Okay,
mad.
I just don't like. You can send me okay. You can send me Kate. Just don't send me a thumbs up.
Sending you a thumbs up right now. See it?
You can leave. Goodbye.
No, we're filming an episode. I have to stay.
Nah, thumbs up 2020. But no, it's just, I'm not like, I don't mean to sound dry. I just don't. I just never used to send like emojis or like, you know how like
Just
you
put an emphasis on
elongate
the-
your words.
Yeah.
I just send like, if I'm saying okay, like I'll send like okay, because that in my head I'm saying like okay. I didn't know that you had to like.
Yeah, but what it sounds like is you going, okay.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, but
this.
you should.
But I'm getting better now.
Do you not look at your messages and be like, wow, I sound dry as hell?
Do you know the difference between my okays? Like, does it play in your head when I send you my different okays?
Yeah, sometimes you're like,
Like,
okay.
okay, and then
Yeah,
okay.
but now recently you always do the 3 Ys. So you're like, okay, I can hear you going like, okay. Like, that's how I envision
Hi.
you. Hey.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
But sometimes if you do the 1 Y, like I'm like, I have to ask you, are you okay? Like I literally do that.
But
Are you
like you
good?
sometimes when you're like, are you okay? And like you're like, I feel like you're having a bad day and like you're mad. I really am really pissed off, but I don't want to like get into it. So I'm just like, no, I'm fine. And I know you're like,
I can
Kylie,
feel it.
I know
yeah.
you're like, are you sure? Like you seem really like not okay. And I'm like, no, like yeah.
Like we'll go on a call or something, and I can hear it in your voice, or I could see it on your face, and I'm like, are you sure you're okay? And you're like, yeah, like I'm fine.
Alright. I'm not okay.
I'm like, what happened today? Like, what's going on? Hello, are you good?
I just hang up.
Hello.
Bye. Ah! My head. I need my brain cells.
Yeah, brain cells.
Only 2.
You know what? 2 is better than 1.
See? You gotta look at the positives. Neutrons. What's the other one?
Electrons, protons.
Protons, neutrons, electrons.
Science. Did you pass?
Yeah, but I don't know. Barely. No, actually, I was pretty good in science.
Really?
But that's because I was in junior years when I did science. Senior years, I would have failed that. No
Oh,
joke.
really? Oh my god.
I didn't apply myself
I think
to school.
anyone who took the HSC, well, you have to. Anyone who did the 2019 HSC biology exam. Oh, I know there are some viewers out there who are watching this who did take the same one as I did. Oh my god! This is just a one-on-one conversation with us, okay? What was that? What was that? What was that? My teacher as well. She was like, "What is that? Like what?" I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And I was like, look, what, you know, miss, it's not your fault. But at the same time, you really messed us over. But it's okay. I still passed my uni now, so what's up? Look at the positives.
If you do your exams and your HSC exams,
Your what?
your HSC
These
exams,
are HSCs. HSCs, yeah.
if you have false nails, get them off. Do not take your... I took mine with
Oh.
nails. You're going to want to write quick. And when your nails grow out, like, longer, and, like, there's a point where, like, your nails are just get them
yeah.
off.
Take them
Like,
off, man.
because you just need to write really quick.
That
and
is true.
they just get in the way, and they're just... Do you know what the worst part is?
What?
It's not to do with nails. When your hand cramps, and it's like the last 5 minutes, and that's when you
Yeah.
need your hand.
You need your hands
to just pump out all these like
write
paragraphs,
gibberish. Yeah.
and your hand starts to cramp. I swapped it to my left hand. I'm not even gonna.
Did
lie.
you actually?
Dude, if my hand started to cramp, I was like, even if it was just one word I'm writing, this hand's resting. I don't have time to just sit there and not write a word.
Pause. Would you say you're ambiguous?
No.
Ambidextrous?
Nah,
No. Is your like handwriting completely different with your left hand? Yeah.
is yours?
Yes, but at the same time, there was one point where I was trying to practice for some reason, and it was working for a bit. But my pace is so slow when I'm writing with my left hand, like it's really bad.
My brother can write with both right and left.
He's ambidextrous.
Yeah, he was a left, and then all of a sudden he switched to right, but he can still write with his left. He
That
writes
sounds
the
so
same. He has
confusing.
terrible handwriting,
Oh, does he?
so he writes the same. But
Right.
I figured he doesn't. He writes really weird. Like he holds the pen weird.
Does he?
Yeah.
How does he hold a pen? You know, there are some people
Like
who hold
this.
pens.
I don't know.
weirdly.
It's just I don't know. I can't remember now. I haven't seen him hold a pen in.
Was it you who held pens really weirdly in high school?
No, it was she held it
She held it like this.
like in the like crevice of her thumb and index finger. Yeah.
That's weird.
Do you remember our English teacher?
Mm.
So we got a new syllabus for the 2019 HSC. for English, for a lot of subjects actually.
All of the subjects were different
And
syllabuses.
she was just, it was new for her too, so she was learning. And one of the themes for a book we were reading was spirituality.
Oh.
And that was the hardest theme. And she was like, oh, we're just not going to study because I don't think it's going to be an exam. Out of all the themes, that was the only theme they mentioned by name in our exam. So, I don't know about you, but
Hey, look, thank God that we had people in our class, shout out to you guys, that was able to, think beforehand to be like, hey, even though there is a high possibility, like our teacher said, that spirituality will not be in the HSC exam, let's actually plan beforehand and have stuff down for spirituality. Thank God we did, because it was only spirituality, and that's so bad. You just BS the whole thing?
I had I did look over notes for spirituality beforehand, but I didn't go in depth studying as I did the other themes.
Oh, right.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I was waiting for the Atch. You know what I mean?
Achoo. Do you remember what
Oh.
achoo stands for? Oh, okay.
We did not okay, well, the first episode we were meant to film, we had for some reason we got on the topic of sneezing.
Yeah.
And sneezing, right? Universally, people know it as achoo. Turns out we could be just really stupid and not have known this our entire lives, but we were then years old when we found out that achoo is actually an acronym for autosomal dominant compelling heliophthalmic outburst syndrome, which
That
results in uncontrollable sneezing. Achoo. Oh my god. Every single...
Have fun.
Yahoo! Sorry. Sorry. But that's crazy. Also, can I just mention, sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Go on.
We had people in high school that sneezed what the hell was that? Do you remember?
That's how they sneeze.
Literally, yeah. What is that?
It's
Sounds like a car, like a race car. Yeah. And you just sit there is that a sneeze?
What about when you sneeze but it sounds like cough, or you cough it sounds like sneeze? And you're
Oh my god, there are so many times we're on a call,
Bless
you
you.
and me, and I cough, and you're like, bless you, and I just say, thanks, Kylie.
yeah, no, say that's a cough. Just take the blessing.
That's why I said thank you. I don't say, Kylie, that was a cough and a sneeze.
That was a cough, not a sneeze.
There are times
I don't
will
want
say
your
that.
blessing.
I don't need your blessing.
I don't need it.
But-
We got off track so bad.
Sorry, we did get off topic a bit.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about after school life. Then we start
Start
talking about sneezing. Jeez Louise.
We're really bad at trying to keep track of topics, hey?
We don't even finish.
On our laptops, we have down our topics that we're meant to be talking about, and we've just completely gone off topic. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
No, it's okay. I hope. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. With me, with life after school advice or anything like that, you can't really. I'm not even gonna lie. You could listen to many people and how their experience was, but nothing's really gonna prepare you. You've just gotta just dive into it. Stay motivated.
That's true. Life after high school, honestly, it's a new life. It is a new chapter, it's a new stage, and you're going to have to find out a new routine. You're going to have to get used to it. It's going to be really scary at the start, I understand that, but everyone goes through it, and they're completely fine now.
Yeah.
I think...
Have fun.
Have fun. You're going to meet new people. You're going to meet people who might be in your life forever, and that could be the best thing that's ever happened to you,
Have fun, but make good choices.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
please be smart about your choices.
I see a lot of things that's live life now, do whatever, who cares, you're young.
Life's too short.
Don't ruin your future.
Yeah.
Still have that in mind.
Think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Obviously think about having fun, but also make sure that the actions you're about to do is going to have a good reflection on your future self, because you don't want your future self to be like, why the hell did you do that? Yeah. Look where I am now. I'm in a cardboard box now. You don't want that.
But really have fun. Just enjoy yourself while you're young, because when you're older, you're going to have to work. Once you finish uni, I've heard, okay, I was watching a little TED Talk thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so there's people who finish uni and on a gap year, and then there's people who finish uni and go straight into work. But the advice that I heard from them was, if you want to travel while you're in uni. Take that, defer for a year, take the gap year during uni, because when you finish uni, companies who are going to hire you for, if you're doing, I don't know, law firms and all that, aren't going to want to hire someone who wants to take a year break. They want to hire someone who's fresh out of uni, young, who's willing to put into work, already had their time and
Just
fun.
to get straight into it.
Yeah, so if you want to, defer a year or something and travel. If you want to travel or something.
I mean,
my sister's doing that.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Or even like just take a gap year before you even start uni.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea as well. If you don't wanna go to uni and then take a break and then go back to uni and then get a job, because that might put you off of going back to uni, I guess. I've heard some people who have deferred and then don't want to go back to uni because they are content with the life that they lived after deferring.
But if you are, like... who's to say anything against
To each
that?
their own, I guess. You're your own person. Whatever works for you, you know? We're just two girls with different advice. You don't have to take our advice.
Yeah.
Take
I'm
with
saying
a
this, if you're listening, you don't have to
grain of
listen to
salt.
anything we're saying at all.
Yes.
We're not smart. We've been in this school for like a year.
Yeah, we've only been in uni for a year.
And half of it was stuck at home.
Half of it was stuck at home, half of it was about crying, wanting to leave, wanting to drop out more than I expected myself to get into that. But,
But what can you do? I mean, we made it.
We're about to start our second year.
Yeah.
March, but-
High fives all the way around.
We have 1 whole month left before we start uni.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it.
Today's also a special episode of the podcast because we have our first guest ever. Shout out to my sister. Woo! Emily! Yeah. So Emily is my older sister, 2 years older than me. So she finished school 3 years ago.
She just turned 21.
Oh yeah, she just turned 21 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. But yeah, she's probably had more experience outside of school and also not in the COVID environment.
Yeah, so I think it's good to get some sort of insight into how you dealt with moving into university after high school.
Yeah, like what struggles did you go through? Like
Struggles.
was it a big work change? Like environment? Sorry, she's a
Is
bit
it
shy.
interview? She's a bit shy,
It's
a
a
bit
little bit of an
anxious.
interview. So
Okay,
just touch
what's your
your question.
question?
So, what was the biggest change from high school into uni?
She's like, I'm not prepared.
Well, honestly, I think it was a good change because, like, it depends if you like school or not. Because for me, I didn't, like, love it. Like, I wasn't, like, fuck leaving behind school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, like, freedom. It was, like, you don't have to, you can make your own, like,
Choices.
you can make your own routine
Oh,
and stuff. But workload, like, yeah, it's, like, way harder. It's like a HSC every 6 months,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So, for those of you who don't know, my sister does law.
Yeah.
You don't know what course she does?
My bad, sister.
Rude.
No, listen, she did a double degree when she left school. She had a double degree and then she changed to 1 degree and now she's back to a double degree.
Right, okay. So, yeah.
So she does law, bachelor
Yes.
law,
Yeah,
Hey,
and
what's
criminal
that?
and community justice.
and criminal and community justice.
Ew,
So
Daddy.
all of you criminals,
Watch out! Watch your mouth. Watch your back. God, we need to stop this episode. What other questions that people would probably want to ask?
Yeah, but I would ask friends,
Friends.
but Emily moved schools, didn't you? So you focused. Emily focused on just her studies a lot. She's
Which is good.
she's really good at studying. She's amazing at
God.
studying.
Nah, I think like it depends if you like what you're studying. Cause like if you don't like what you're studying in uni, then it's gonna be like hell.
Yeah. So
So bad.
would you say when you're picking your courses?
I would say don't even go to uni unless you know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like know, like you don't go into uni and do like an arts degree like Kylie.
Ouch.
Because it's such a waste of money and it's like, do you like it? No.
Yeah.
Like you hate it and you're wasting money and you're wasting your like time and energy. something
That
that
is
you don't
true.
like.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
mean,
say
it's really
only go to
like-
uni if you want to be like a doctor or like a lawyer or a psychologist. But everything else, like, don't feel pressured to like go to uni just because your mom said. Like,
Oh yeah. That's
just
such
do
a
one unit, like Kylie.
Don't expose me. What the heck? What was it? So in Australia at least, we have, you know, everybody's like, you know, like Sydney Uni is a really good uni. We obviously go to Western Sydney. Like, does it matter what uni you go to? Like, is it such a big deal?
I mean, I feel like it's just a reputation thing. Like, if you really have a big ego and you're like, yeah, like, I go to Sydney. Like, it's not that cool. Like, chill. It's just uni.
It's a school, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like the
Calm down.
reputation of the uni, like, in your profession. Like, if you really care that much about it, like, look into it, like specifically. Like,
Yeah.
for me, when I looked into it, it wasn't like you can only get hired at certain places if you went to Sydney or, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you really want to be that, like, up there in your profession, like, research it first.
Right.
Like, it doesn't really matter what uni you go to. And, like, to be honest, like, who wants to travel, like, 2 hours a day?
That's true.
That's true.
Like,
Uni
it's
can be a
so,
trek.
like, stressful and
Yeah.
tiring.
Because once you get to uni, you're tired from the travel, and then when you finish, if you finish classes late, you've got to travel 2 hours back home.
Yeah, and like
Sad.
4
some
hours of
unis
your
you don't get
time.
to pick your like classes and stuff,
Yeah,
which is like annoying.
we do. But not all unis are the same as well. Like, we have 2 semesters, right? We have 2 semesters throughout the year. Some have like what, four?
Yeah.
Four
Some people have trimesters as well.
trimesters. Yeah.
I think you can have trimesters at Western.
Oh yeah.
You can choose, but yes, just
But-
do the semester.
Every uni is different. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Do you have any questions for her?
I don't actually. I mean, the advice you gave was pretty good. I think it's something to take into consideration if you're going into university. But yeah, I agree. Like, if you're going to go to university, do it for like a good reason. Don't just do it
Yeah.
because my mum said or like my dad said or they want me to do this, but I don't want to do that. Like, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money, and you're putting
Yeah.
all your effort and you're going through hell to do something that you don't want to do.
You're not going to do well because you don't like it. So, like me, I'm not in the degree I want to do. It's not something I want to do. So, I don't like going to my classes. I won't go to my classes unless I have to for attendance.
Yeah.
I don't even like doing my units. So I won't even pick all 4 units. So, do something you enjoy, because at the end of the day, like, if you say, it's just like when you're in your future, if you do a job that you don't enjoy, it feels like work. Where if you do a job that you enjoy and you like doing it, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, you're doing a hobby of yours. 'cause
It's
you
not a
enjoy
hobby.
it.
Yeah, it's just a part of you.
Yeah.
Part of your routine,
Exactly.
and you're gonna actually want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to settle into university?
I don't know. Like, in terms of what, like social or like the work.
I think,
or-
we'll start with social, and then maybe we'll move on to, you know, like the
Work.
workload.
Well, okay, it seems like uni is a big place, but I feel like now I'm only like 3 years in and like everyone looks so familiar.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see everyone like a lot. Like, it's like everyone's like, if you don't like someone, it's okay because you have them. Like, you don't have to be in the same classes, whatever. But it doesn't work like that. Like, you always end up in the same class, or like, I don't know. It's like, don't make enemies, especially if you're in a profession, because you're gonna see them eventually one day.
That's true.
And
be
you know,
nice to
everyone's
everyone.
just annoying, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, like, I don't know. It depends like what degree you're studying, but for me, like, everyone's either like so dramatic or like really nerdy. Like, you can't even talk to them because they don't even like socialize.
They don't want to socialize, get
Yeah.
out there a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Or it's like, I don't know. For the most part, it's like, it's kind of like high school, but not.
Mm.
Like, you don't have to be there, but it's like the same kind of. Some people are still immature.
Right.
You know, and like some people
Still
are,
have that high
are
school
older as
mindset.
well. Like, some people, you have like 40-year-olds in your class sometimes.
No, I do. I have
Yeah.
like a full-on 43-year-old guy in my class, and I have a guy who I thought was single but actually has a kid.
Yeah, like
It's
everyone's
crazy.
at different phases
Surprise.
in their life. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that uni was all set. It was kind of like high school, where you're set in a grade depending on your age.
Oh my
For some reason, I
God.
didn't think of it
No.
being like uni's for everyone, and I didn't realize that until I was actually in uni. Like, once I saw that people in my class were like, "Oh, you first year, you second year," it's like, wait, I thought everyone was first years.
Oh.
Some people are like, this is my last course, and then I'm gonna graduate next year.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
hated
different.
I hate standing when they're like, when it's usually a unit for like first years, you know what I mean? So most of the people in there are first years, although I did have one that was supposed to be like, is usually what first years take, but like third years took.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I hate standing when they're like, oh, what's your name? What degree do you do? Because I don't have like a specific major. Like I can change my major, where some people, their degree is Bachelor of Arts, major in secondary schooling, teaching, whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is just Bachelor of Arts. I can just pick where my
what
major
you
is.
want.
Yeah.
Do you feel embarrassed when you say?
Yeah.
It's just like for you, like what I was gonna say about you is that like, yeah, everyone is in different degrees, but at the same time, like nobody really cares what everyone else is in.
That's true.
Like if you're up there being like, oh, I'm doing arts, like nobody's even listening. They're probably all planning what they're gonna say in their head.
That's true.
That's true. That's what
Yeah,
I
That's
do.
very true. Yeah.
It's like when I was doing like a business like unit, like you have to do a lot of group presentations and you think like, oh my god, it's gonna be like high school, everyone's like looking and gonna laugh at you, but literally nobody cares, nobody's listening.
They're
Like
planning
it's
for
not
when
that deep,
they,
everyone's
yeah.
just like doing their own thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I mean, that I guess that might put a lot of stress over some people's backs who are going to uni.
Well, it's like more individual than you think. Like, it's not like, I know high school was all about like groups and like friendship groups and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, uni is not like that.
A
like,
lot of drama.
Nobody cares. Like, even if there is drama, like it's not. It's like adult drama.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
as
It's not.
petty and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not petty as petty
Yeah.
as high school is.
That's good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to go through uni with dealing what I went through in high school, fuck that, dude.
I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
I'm leaving.
I gotta go.
We're not down for high school number
No.
2.
That's
not-
no, thank you. How did you deal with your nerves going into uni? Did you have nerves?
I literally, like, I remember on the first day, I was, like, so scared to go into class, and I was late. And, like, in my degree, like, you can't even, like, miss a day, so I had to go. And I was so nervous, but I literally just sat at the back. It wasn't that, like, bad. Because it's not like school where they're like, oh, why are you late? What's your late for? Like, you can literally walk out whenever you want. Like,
Oh, do you remember your story? How you were like in one of your like tutorials or your lecture, and you needed to go bathroom,
oh, yeah.
and so you put your hand up and you were like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And it was like,
wasn't sure.
"I don't care, just go. Why are you
I
telling
know.
me?"
Like, that was more embarrassing than if I was to just go.
Yeah.
And then, like, one of my, I remember I had, like, an assignment, and my teacher was like, oh, like, because everyone was so nervous because it's, like, professional. Like, you have to wear, like, professional clothes. And it just seemed like a lot. And then I remember my teacher being like, oh, like, you just need to fake it till you make it. Like, nobody's going to know that you're, like, not confident. You just have to act like you are.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody knows.
They're not
Just
gonna
fake
know.
it until you make it.
They're
That's it.
gonna know. How will they know?
Oh my
They're
God.
gonna know. No, I think that's really good advice.
I think we got that same advice from some high school students high school teachers, going into uni. A lot of it was just like, as long as you confidently feel what you're saying,
Yeah.
as long as you look confident and sound confident what you're saying,
If you
you're
believe
fine.
it, you can make anybody believe it.
Yeah.
Facts right there.
And one thing high school teaches you is how, hands down, high school teaches you how to, no doubt about it.
Mhm.
It taught me how to.
Mhm.
Also, can I just say, I don't know if this is at other schools, but
my
my high school that I went to, we had to hand in our assignments before 8:40 of the day it was due, and the teachers were like, you can't do this in uni. Can I just say, in uni, it's literally due at 11:59.
Do it midnight, bro.
Yeah, it's not too that early.
Like, calm down. You can do it the day off. Actually, don't actually do that. But you can do it the day
You
off.
just lose, like, if you hand it in the day after, you just lose 10%.
It's just 10%, so after 10 days, it deducts 10% every single day. So after 10 days, you will be at
You
0%
can get
grade.
extensions too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the teachers are they're really flexible about it as well.
Yeah,
So-
some can do.
But even if you do say you handed in later than 10 days, still hand it in because some, I know one of my units I did, she told us a story where this girl had all the points to pass, but you needed to complete every assignment no matter what. And because she was like, oh, I have all the points to pass, I didn't need to do the last assignment. She failed
Such a
the
bad
unit.
mindset.
She failed the unit, she didn't do the last assignment.
She must not like what you're doing.
Yeah. Do you have any more advice for anybody listening or for us?
Literally, like, the best thing to advise is just fake it till you make it. I think. Like, every time I'm, like, nervous in a situation, like, I literally just act like I'm not. And then, like, I convince myself that I'm not.
Tell yourself to shh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, I'm telling you, shh is good advice. Should I share it?
Yeah.
I'll show you my shh advice. I got it from I learned it off an interview that Chris Evans was in, because he said it was the best advice he ever got, and I think it's really good advice. So, whenever I'll tell you his story. So he was at a yoga camp for the weekend, and he kept wanting to know questions, like ask the yoga master, like he kept putting his hand up to ask questions, and the yoga instructor was like shh, and he was like no, but I need to know, and he was like shh. So by the end of the weekend, he had come to like when he had these thoughts that were, it's not thoughts that like you need to think about, like, oh, if I do this I could break my leg. Don't tell yourself to shh, like you can break your leg, think about it. It's just thoughts that are unnecessary, like doubts and just like doubting yourself, or any like negative thoughts that come into your mind. Like when they do come into your mind, just literally tell yourself to like shh. Like no matter what, like you could be like you're walking and you feel ugly and you're like I look ugly, but like shh. People thinking I look ugly, shh. You don't need to think these things.
It's going to shush all of your insecurities, all of your overthinking,
Yeah.
all that stuff that just makes you anxious, it makes you feel like the worst.
Imagine how much time of your day, of your life you spend overthinking of things that you don't even think about, that just make you feel bad and aren't gonna, like they aren't helping you in any way. So just tell yourself to shush. Because you don't need to listen to that, like why am I putting myself down? Like shut up. You get like shh.
Just shut up, bro.
But it helps, especially when you're going to sleep. It's helped my sleeping pattern so good. Like stop me from overthinking at night. Tell yourself to shush. Like seriously, why are you being negative Nancy?
I think with that being said, and with the help of your sister's advice, hopefully you guys can take something out of that. I think her advice is pretty helpful, and your advice as well, of the whole shushing. Honestly, as the day when you told me that, this is only last week. I have been doing that quite often.
It does work.
help. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, just times when you really need to tell yourself to like shut up. Like, bro, why are you thinking so much about this? Like, you shouldn't need to be.
It's
like,
just unnecessary thoughts that you really don't need to be thinking about.
Yeah. So that really does help. But with that being said, I think this is a good ending to our second episode.
Yeah, so we want to thank also Emily for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much.
She was a bit shy, but she gave really good advice
did.
that I would take into my uni life now as well.
Oh, 100%. I definitely do that as well.
Yeah, it's definitely
Sorry, you got something in your face. Sorry, guys, I'm fixed up her face.
and it's definitely something that I would have wanted to know before starting uni, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So again, this has been a final wrap on the second episode. If you guys enjoyed it, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so
Hopefully-
much.
Yeah, hopefully you stay tuned for the next episode. If you didn't find this interesting, hopefully the next one will be interesting. But don't leave, please.
Because the next one is themed.
Next one is themed. True, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day one.
That is true.
So please stay tuned. And
Yeah, I think next episode we'll be talking about what? Friendships, relationships,
yes.
or like nearly relationships, like crushes.
Relationships and all that glory.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that one. We're posting that after or before Valentine's Day?
It'll be 2
After.
days after.
It'll be after
Day.
Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day in advance.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Hope you celebrated it with someone you love. If not, and you're single, like someone here, you don't need a man. So
Oh,
celebrate it with yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't need someone else to be happy.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Again, we do have social media accounts where our Instagram and TikTok are both at Inconsistent Podcast. Our Twitter is Inconsistent PC. Our YouTube and Spotify is Inconsistent Podcast. And our email is inconsistentpodcast2@gmail.com. Why?
Because Inconsistent Podcast 1 was taken. All right, thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye guys.